What's going on, everybody? It's Alexis Marchand here from the Four Pillar Journey. Now, today we're talking about why diets should not exist. Yes, diets should not exist. Diets, as far as I'm concerned, or how I view diets, is a way of eating that is meant to be short term. We hear, like, especially nowadays with social media, we have our favorite bodybuilders, our favorite actors, our favorite models, and then you see that they release these diets to get into shape for a certain movie role or a photo shoot. And we think that that way of eating is how they eat every single day, but we don't realize that that kind of eating is not sustainable long term. Let me clarify, or let me be more specific. The amount of calories that you eat as to what you burn is going to determine whether you lose weight or not. And we need to understand that the diets that these people are going through, they drastically reduce their calories to a point where it's almost unbearable. It's You're just scraping by to not feel moody or depressed or tired all the time. And this is what I try to tell people. You cannot go off living your life nutritionally off of diets. What instead you have to do is to simply make lifestyle changes to your eating habits. One of the worst mistakes we can make is to think that you're gonna all of a sudden, by tomorrow, change all of your eating habits and follow this chicken, broccoli, and rice diet for the rest of your life. It's not gonna happen. What you have to do is take it step by step, food by food. So for example, majority of us have a weakness or an Achilles heel when it comes to food, and they usually fall into two categories: the salty foods and then the sweet foods. I personally have a strong attachment to both, so I have to look and be like, okay, what are some of the foods that I eat on a consistent basis that I know are not good for me? Chips, cookies, cereal, all of these processed foods are usually the result of highly processed, highly sweetened, or salty foods that are meant to be addictive. They're meant to be addictive. And if we eat too much of it, that is where the weight increase comes. So, for example, my biggest Achilles heel are chips. I'm like, okay, I know it's going to be a lot harder for me to go from eating chips to eating nothing at all, or to just try to ignore the fact that I'm not eating chips. And it's like an addiction. You have to take it step by step. Instead of going from chips to nothing, find a healthier alternative. It is going to make your diet a lot. See, I said it. Your lifestyle changes a lot easier to transition from, and it is a lot healthier. So, like I said, I have chips. One of the best alternatives I found for that is low fat popcorn. Low fat popcorn still gives me some of that saltiness that I love, and I can throw some hot sauce on there and it's crunchy. But the beautiful thing is, I can eat more of it for the same amount of calories that I would have had from a small bag of chips. If you have cookies, try to find something that can replace that in a healthy manner. Eating whole foods should be the core of your lifestyle change when it comes to eating. The less ingredients something has, the better. We have to understand that these things, like I've said, they're meant to be addictive, and then you're trying to fit them into a low calorie diet, which you should know it's not gonna work. People try to do all these different things like fasting or all these different kinds of diets which restrict certain foods, but you don't realize that what you're doing is simply not taking in enough vitamins and minerals by restricting those foods. That's why I say it's okay to have a little bit of everything. Have variety, but understand that it is the quantity of food that you are eating that is the problem. And that's why I'm saying, if you know you can't have one small bag of chips, you start eating and the next thing you know you're 5 bags down. That is why I'm saying that it's good to switch into a healthier alternative. So that way, if you do catch yourself binging on that food, at least the calorie total is not going to be as high as the chips. So there's a few fundamentals here that I want to clarify. First, diets are something that is meant to be short term, as we just stated in the beginning. Do not follow something that you think, oh, I'm going to get abs in 1 month. I'm going to lose 10 pounds in 1 month. People want these results yesterday when they have to be patient. If you're patient and you take it by 1 pound a week instead of 5, you're going to be able to keep off the weight, or on the opposite end, have muscle and maintain that muscle a lot easier and longer than if you were to try to do a skyrocket diet to try to get there faster. You're only gonna crash. And this is where the term yo-yo diet comes from. I've done it in the past before plenty of times. I restrict my calories too fast to too much of a low of a number. And I get the results for those few weeks, but then I'm there and I feel like garbage and I just bounce right back up. I start binge eating, I get fat again, bloated, and I hated that. So I had to find a way to be able to get lean and stay lean. And that is by making the switch into eating more whole foods and finding healthier alternatives to the foods you love. And I'm not saying that you should never indulge in some of the things that you do love, like the brownies or the chips, but understand that it is a time and place for that, and to know how to manage the amount of food that you're eating. That is very crucial, because at the end of the day, it's all about calories in and calories out. If you eat more than you exercise, you're gonna gain weight. If you're in a caloric deficit, you're gonna lose weight. Simple as that. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please remember, diets is not a word that I like to use. It is a lifestyle change. Your eating habits, which is going to make you, and you're going to receive the dream body that you've always wanted if you stick to these fundamentals. If you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.